Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on NEOM, Neo Media Technologies Incorporated. Did this one a few weeks back, and after today's volume and today's price action, wanted to get it updated again. Made some significant moves from a technical analysis point of view, so I want to get those highlighted, and then kind of just go over supports, resistances, and kind of the what you want to seize and what you don't want to seize from a charting perspective. I can't remember quite when I did the last video chart on this one, but I believe it had been somewhere maybe on this day here where it was kind of wild. Price came up, down, had the big volume, but I'm not sure. But the bottom line is I do remember talking about the weekly chart and how the weekly chart was doing some very bullish things, mainly just by doing these blue lines, meaning putting in higher lows, and that continues to be the case, especially after this pullback here. You can see that on the pullbacks here. There's definitely a difference there before it headed back up. So although there's not a huge gap between these two spots, the point is this low is higher than that one, meaning that people just are willing to pay more and more on these pullbacks. So remember, that's the psychology behind higher lows. Here, people were willing to buy shares when it pulled back to this level, but now they're willing to even buy higher on pullbacks, and that's exactly what you want to see. So not to point out the obvious, but today, big volume, nice price reaction. Ended up getting some profit takers towards the end of the day to knock it back down. But my kind of theory and my opinion on that was probably just chart players, swing traders, day traders who saw this nice volume bar and sat down here a little bit lower and probably nibbled on some shares. And then with today's move, they just decided to kind of lock in some of their positions. The easiest way to figure out if my little theory or my opinion is true is the rest of the week, if the price just goes sideways and then eventually heads back up, then that'll prove that this little wick right here was just simply people getting out. But if the price just collapses and falls back down there, then I was wrong. There was more to it than just people taking profits. Hopefully this scenario takes place here where the price goes up. But that's what we'll find out the rest of the week. The really good thing that I liked about this was this orange line here is the 200-day simple moving average. And if you're not familiar with charting, real quick, the 50 and 200-day moving averages, they're big psychological ones, pretty much just because if you use charting, chances are you have the 50 and 200-day moving averages on your chart. So there's a lot to do with self-fulfilling prophecies and so forth with them. And as you can see, quite a few times the price got up above it, but the price could just never close above the 200-day simple moving average until today. You can see that we closed up here, the moving average is down there, so that's a good sign of strength. And once again, when you see this sort of price action and then you get the confirmation from big volume, that's a good correlation, and that's what you want to see. So going ahead, what do we need to happen in terms of supports and resistance levels? Well, ideally, and best case is the price doesn't drop below this 200. Let me take that back. The price doesn't close below that because we're taking this from a daily chart perspective. So any drops below there, it's fine intraday, but closes, hopefully we don't get any more closes below that. If it does happen, not the end of the world. The stock is still in an uptrend, and a close below that's not going to mean that all of a sudden it's out of an uptrend. But that's why I call this the ideal support level, because ideally you would like to see this level hold from here on out. But either way, you have this as support. You have the 50-day down here. You have levels up around here from previous highs. So you got a lot of support now after this move up, and now it's just a matter of can those supports hold if there is a pullback. Now in the fun part of things, these resistance levels, what's looking like it's going to be kind of a pain or thorn in the side of the stock right now is this high here, which was at 0.0142. Yes, you did break above it today intraday, but once more, we're taking things from a daily chart perspective, so we want to see closes above this level. This is a resistance level too, but in my opinion, this is the key one that you want to see closes above. If you can get closes above this level here, then in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before this 0.0147 level falls. So I'm not even going to really include that as resistance. I personally feel that this level is the main one here. This level up here is a resistance that I drew from the last time I did the video, so I'm not sure what that's from, but regardless, the next resistance is going to be up at 0.016. But one day at a time. Hopefully you can slowly build up here, get some closes above that, and then make a move up. The chart is becoming a very good example of what consolidation can do for a chart. Had the big move here, then here's we had the consolidation, had another big move up, had some consolidation, and I don't mean to repeat myself, but once more, the good thing that these consolidations don't have in common is that this low is down here and this low is up here. So that is a good thing to not have in common is the lows. You want this consolidation to be higher than this one, which it is. So, check mark, that's what you want to see. And now hopefully we're seeing the next leg up to the upside. Volume, keep an eye on that. Does it need to stay this high, in order to make moves up? No, but you would like to see it stay relatively heavy and, not drop down to something like it was over here. Days like this or, even something like that. Those are still better days than where it drops down to almost non-existent. So keep your eye on that. That's the lifeblood of any chart. But overall, a very good looking chart. Good day today, and hopefully it'll carry on into tomorrow and the rest of this week. If you have any other questions, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the emailer, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And with your subscription, which is all free, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational things. And there's a good variety from penny stocks up to big boards, something for everybody. And like I said, no strings attached. It's all free, so it's worth at least checking out. One more time, this was NEOM. Thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.